How do you treat acne so that it actually stays gone? You need to be sure that you actually have acne, because sometimes what looks like breakouts can actually be. How do you treat if you get these brown? If an ant bites you, you might think the pain is coming from its little pincers, but that's not really what's happening. If you've If your fingers look like prunes after swimming, you might think it's just water soaking into your skin. But it's not that at all. It's actually your nervous system trying to save your life. See, inside your skin, you have sensory nerves that
If you get stung by a bee, your first instinct might be to pull out the stinger. Please. Monster math. If you get stung by a bee, your first instinct might be to pull out the stinger. Please don't. Because when a bee's stinger gets stuck in your skin,
When Kevin Durant's ashy skin went viral, if you find a mole on your body, you might think it's.
Need extra budget?
if your skin suddenly starts to look like this, you might be reacting to something. Like if your face turns red and stays like this for hours.
If you've ever had one of these,
If you have calluses on your hands, you might be tempted to pick them off, but don't, because it's honestly pretty counterproductive. See, calluses form when your skin goes through constant friction or repeated stress. That makes your cells switch into turbo mode, pushing layer after layer of dead skin towards the surface. It's like a natural shield, but one that can easily turn into a problem. When this process goes too far, you end up with a thick, sometimes painful callus that can even crack. Cutting or sanding it will make it look better, but it can also open wounds and cause infections. In the end, it won't stop your new skin from growing a new callus in its place. Instead, use a moisturizer that contains salicylic acid or urea to break down the callus from the inside out, and also keep the skin soft to prevent reformation. If you have calluses on your hands, you might be tempted to pick. If your skin touches poison ivy, you might think the solution is to scrub that skin as hard as you can. But don't, because scrubbing only makes it worse. See, the poison ivy rash comes Do pimple patches actually work? You've tried popping a pimple before to burst it away, but that just scars your face and makes the pimple angry and more visible. So instead, you slap a patch on it. Why is that any better? Well, your pimple is basically a moist sack of pus and oil, and the pimple patch is dry, which creates a moisture gradient where water wants to move from a wet to dry area. So the patch sucks all that pimple liquid out. Here's the problem though. If it were a normal patch, that pus would have nowhere to go and then just sit on your face, making things worse. But these patches are hydrocolloid or gel forming, so the pus hits the gel, and the specially designed gel reacts with the pus, absorbing it and turning the patch wet, which helps you heal by removing the pus and forming a barrier protecting the pimple from bacteria. Do pimple patches actually work?
These two people are identical twins. So how did this one erase for wrinkles? This little bundly thing is called collagen, which are the structural support beams of healthy skin. But in wrinkly skin, the collagen's been broken down and can't hold the skin up anymore. So it breaks down your collagen. Well, the twin on the right spent years in